Alright, I'm doing a fly fishing video today. Hopefully I can catch at least some crappie or something out here. The trick is when you're fly fishing, get your line to get stretched out so that fly lands out in front of your line. Just like that. Alright, the fly I'm going to be using is like a popper style fly. A little bit big, might be a little bit too big for this 6-pound test line I've got on here. May want to go with something a little heavier, like maybe an 8.5-pound test, something like that. It should be okay. Hopefully I can catch something for you guys. But there's a lot of different ways that people have to fly fish. Personally, how I like to do it is I like to keep the line right here in between my pinky and my ring finger. It just helps me when I'm stripping off line while I'm casting, to help keep that line tight, and then right there where I can grab it. Just makes it a little easier. Basically, while you're casting, you want an upward motion while you're on your backswing, and a downward motion while you're on your forward swing. And that downward motion on your forward swing is going to get your line, your floating line, to hit the water first and kind of just let it roll out in front of it, which is what you want. Just like that. Now at the beginning and the end of your line, you're going to want to let your rod basically load up. If you don't let it load up, then it turns into a whip basically, and it's going to crack at the end of the line every time you swing backward or forward, and you're going to lose that fly. If you crack it like a whip, you're going to lose it. That's what you want right there. Like I said, let that floating line, you want a downward cast as you're coming forward to try to get that line to hit the water first before your lure does, or fly. So we'll just kind of roll down into it. And if I can catch fish, I'll show you guys how to retrieve it too. There's a few different ways to retrieve. One being obviously that you can just reel in with your reel, and the other being you just string it off like this, which really helps with a bigger fish because then your control is with your finger right here. And that's another thing, when I'm bringing it back in, I hook this end underneath my pinky finger and my ring finger, and this other end's going right here underneath my other finger to kind of keep the line where I want it to, so I'm not having to reach all the way out here for it every time. Little things you learn. But fly fishing is just basically the same as anything else. You know, like I was talking about holding the line in my fingers and whatnot. It's all just personal preference. What you're comfortable with. What feels good in your hand. If you want to reel on your retrieve, that's totally up to you. Oh, oh man. Oh, it was a good one. Missed him. That would have been a good fight. Good fish for you guys to see me catch.